Hi, I'm Chris Anderson. I am one of the team members at Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan. And today I'm going to share 3 activities that you can complete to get you started on earning your Citzen Scientist badge. Yeah, this is what the badge does look like. So to start with, we are going to take a walk outside. And what you want to do is pay close attention to what you are seeing in nature. You can take a notebook with you. You can use your phone to take pictures. You can record a little video, or you can do all 3. And that's exactly what I did. And so now I'm going to show you some of the things that I noticed when I was on my walk.
Okay, so right now I am looking at my herb garden, which needs some tending. I plant herbs every year, and let's take a look first at these down here. These are chives, and I planted those about 3 years ago, and the pot's been outside for a couple winters, and you can see we still have lots and lots of chives. Now let's take a look at this up here. It's got a little bit of grass growing out of it. This was a pot of chives that I planted. This was probably at least 5 years ago, and up until this year we kept seeing the chives blooming, but you can see something happened, so I am going to do a little investigation and see how long chives might actually be able to keep coming up. So next, I'm going to show you some mint, and see how pretty that is, how much there is of it. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's growing really well. It's growing out in the sun at the front of the house. So now let's take a look at a different place where we have some mint. Okay, so now here, we can get real close to it. See, there is a little bit of mint there, but not nearly as healthy and big as the mint in front of the house. So I might want to look at, gee, should I have planted this where the sun could get at it more? Or figure out if there's something else that might affect the way that's growing.
Okay, so now as I was walking, obviously I had some questions that I asked that thought I would like to research. So I'm going to show you what I found, just a couple of quick Google searches. So let's start with our question on chives. So I looked up growing chives outside, and it says right here that we want to plant chives in fertile, well-drained soil. Also indicates to integrate or include some organic fertilizer or healthy compost. So I think this kind of answers my question about why those chives that were planted 6 years ago didn't grow. One, there was a lot of congestion from the dead chives and grass and other things that had landed in there, and there wasn't, so it wasn't really well drained, and I did not include any fertilizer or new compost. So that kind of explains why the chives did not come up. Now let's take a quick look at the mint question. And again, we're going to share our screen here, and another quick Google search, and it says that mint will tolerate some shade, and for variegated, which basically means your mint that's more than one color, like here, your white and green mint, they might require some protection from direct sun, but generally mint will grow well in sunlight. So based on those searches, I think I can make or theorize or make an educated guess that the mint over on the side of the house needs some more sunlight. And again, with the chives, they probably should have been put into a new pot with new soil and compost. So, like I indicated before, you can use your phone or a notebook. I decided that when I was doing this search, I wanted to make some notes on what I found. Here's what I used for my notebook. So I put some little butterflies on the front of this, and that'll make sense in just a minute when we start our third activity. Just want to note too that the mint and the chives were the two things that grabbed my attention on my walk. Now you might have found something else that you were really interested in. Maybe you saw an animal or two, like a rabbit or a chipmunk, or maybe a tree or some flowers or some insects. You can focus on anything that interests you. So for our second activity, we're actually going to watch a little bit of, or get some more information about what it takes to be a citizen scientist and learn about some of the skills that citizen scientists need. So let us start with a video from the Los Angeles Museum of Natural History.
Citizen science is a fantastic new frontier of science. We need some way to understand what is living all around us, what's living in our backyards. But we can't just go do that. We have to enlist the citizens that live here to help us. My name is Dr. Chris Thacker. I'm the curator of fishes, and we are at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County. The Super Project is the biggest project being run by our Urban Nature Research Center, looking at animals and biodiversity in Los Angeles. Our Super Project participants are tracking insects, tracking lizards and snakes and birds and mammals, anything else they see in their yard, and letting us know what's living there.
What do you like about doing science?
Well, it's really interesting to find out everything that's around you and to kind of study the earth and nature, because it's really what we all live on.
And now to get a better idea of what citizen scientists might actually do, we're going to watch another video on a citizen scientist project that's been going on for about 40 years, and that is the Monarch Butterfly Tracking Project.
In just 2 decades, the monarch butterfly population fell by 90%. In order to understand why this is happening and help protect monarch butterflies, we need your help. Since 1997, citizen scientists across North America have been gathering information about where monarch butterflies lay eggs and feed.
Found an egg! Guys, look at a caterpillar! Wow!
The monarchs lay eggs only on milkweed to provide a food source to their offspring.
We're gonna have to figure out what instar that is.
The habitat monarchs use and the conditions that keep monarchs healthy are good for other species, people, and the environment.
We got a big caterpillar. Holy cow. Look at this.
Help protect monarch butterflies by joining the Monarch Larva Monitoring Project.
So, as you probably guessed, being a citizen scientist is a really important job because citizen scientists help researchers gather information about what's happening in nature that affects the earth. The information citizen scientists collect helps us take action on things that might be negatively impacting our air, our water, the animals we share our planet with, and even our own health. Now, to be a citizen scientist, there's some important skills that you need. And our first activity helped us learn more about looking at nature and raising some questions. So the third activity we're going to be doing is learning an important skill that you will need to develop as a citizen scientist. Okay, for our third activity, we are going to talk about the skill of scientific observation. Now, growing scientific observation skills means gathering as much information as you can about something using your senses, your sight, hearing, smell, touch, and taste. You need to collect information based on the facts that you can observe. So I'm going to give you a little example here. Go back to sharing our screen again. Okay. And, all right, here is a picture of a cat. And now, take a minute to describe that cat. Now, if you said, that's a black cat, that's a true statement. It's a fact, it's something you can observe with your eyes. If you said, that's a scary cat, that's something you can't see. It might be something you feel because you've seen pictures of black cats in a lot of Halloween decorations, and they try to give that feeling of scary. So when you are recording your scientific observations, you want to make sure that the information is something you can verify with your senses. Something you can smell, something you can hear, something you can see, taste, or feel against your skin. And just a little warning, be careful when you're using your senses because you don't want to touch something or taste something that might be harmful. For example, in our second activity, we learned a little bit about the Monarch butterfly project. And monarch butterflies like to feed and plant their eggs on milkweed. Now, monarchs and milkweed get along great together, but milkweed can make humans sick. Just so you know, there is some milkweed with the happy monarch, but again, not something you would want to do any kind of taste sampling of. So, next, we are going to do a little exercise to improve our observation skills. And there are a lot of different things you can find outside that you can use to do this activity, but since we've been talking about butterflies, I'm going to use a butterfly video to help us out. Now this video, we're going to see some butterflies that were recorded and that you could observe at Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado. The video is very short, so you won't have much time to observe. I'm going to play the video. Then we'll go to a blank screen for about 45 seconds. And during that time, you want to write down everything that you can remember from that video. So, everybody ready? Oh, and yes, just a note, because it is a video, you're not really going to be able to use your sense of touch, taste, or smell, but see what you can observe with your eyes and maybe hear with your ears. All right, ready? Go! All right, now let's start the timer here and go ahead and write down everything that you can remember. Okay, so how many did you get? I can say that I noted that one of the butterflies was white, and it was a bit bigger than many of the others. There were some that were yellow, some that were orangish, and there was some music in the background. So was that any of what you wrote down? Now, you may have remembered different things than I did, and that's why so many citizen science projects need many citizen scientists participating. We all observe different things. Sometimes we observe the same things, but there's a pretty good chance that there's going to be a lot of different things. So now we are going to check ourselves and watch the video again. So the more you practice observing, the more that your scientific observation skills are going to develop. Now, to earn your citizen scientist badge, you are going to need to also do a take action project. Now, if you're not sure what you'd like that to be or what a take action project is, check in with the Girl Scout Council shop. Again, there we go. The take action patch and the citizen scientist patch will complete your citizen scientist badge earning. So I just want to say thanks for watching and good luck to all of our future citizen scientists.